Hey, good morning. I just thought I'd do a little video down here today. The last song that I want to do on Sunday is I Know That My Redeemer Lives. And I thought it'd be kind of interesting to take a look at the history of that song. So I looked it up this morning. I'm going to just share with you the little story I found here. Let me get to my screen sharing. Just a moment. I know it's here someplace. There it is. Share screen. Okay, and it is this one. Okay, we'll share that. Okay, so I found this story. Charles Medley is the guy who wrote the song. It tells a little bit about him. He was not a Christian, or at least not a committed Christian, earlier in his life, but his grandfather would tell him about Jesus, and but later, as a member of the British Royal Navy, right down here, as a member of the British Royal Navy, Medley served his country during the 7 Years' War. During a 1759 skirmish with the French, Medley's leg was badly wounded. In fact, the injury was so severe, the ship's doctor told Medley he would have to amputate the leg the next day. Afraid and in pain, Medley turned to his childhood teachings about Christianity, praying to God that his leg could be saved. The next morning, when the ship's doctor came to inspect the leg, he was perplexed. The leg had healed sufficiently. There was no need for amputation, and Medley was sent back to his grandfather's house to recover. Well, you know, back there at his grandfather's house, well, he had that influence of a godly grandfather who continued to talk to him about the Lord Jesus. He got into the Word, got reading the Bible, and really came to commit his life more fully to the Lord Jesus. You know, God reaches out to us in so many ways. For Charles Medley, it was a physical healing that caught his attention. Well, you know, the injury first, but then the healing also. That God was big enough to handle that. And this song, I Know That My Redeemer Lives, is actually taken from the book of Job. Job was the one who said, I know that my Redeemer lives. I will see him. I will see him with my own eyes.
Hi again. The Zoom doesn't do a great job of recording music on my system for some reason, so I decided I'm going to do the recording of the song up here in our spare bedroom, now converted to a studio for the time being. So again, I Know That My Redeemer Lives. What a beautiful song. I know that my Redeemer lives. What comfort this sweet sentence gives. He lives who once was dead. He lives, my ever-living head. Triumphant from the grave, he God's blessings to you.